hardest people to get into your world. Raving fans would not only be disappointed if something happened to your brand, they would be devastated. Devastated. Raving fans not only like what you do, they help sell other people, and they don't even want to get paid for it. This is a rare commodity, raving fans. Now, gravity's always at play. Here you are trying to convert all these people to raving fans, but gravity's at play, and they're always wanting to sink to the bottom of the triangle. So you've got to stay cutting edge about keeping raving fans engaged. If you want to think about it in terms of percentage, raving fans are less than 20% of your customer database. Less than 20%. And yet they provide, in most cases, 80% of the revenue. And this is why we have first class, premium class, preferred VIP treatment, right? Some HR people call it profiling. It's just marketing, baby. So if you want to treat some of your people special because they treat you special, I think that's okay. Let's figure out a way to do it where we honor everybody. And there is, what's the old credit card statement? Membership has its privileges. Remember that phrase? So that's okay. All right. We're going to have some panelists come up in a second, and you're going to be really thrilled with who they are. I want to tell you 4 things that you need to get raving fans. The first is a rocking first impression. Rocking first impression. If this is your first visit to Troy Rotary, hopefully you're getting a sense that we are a vital group or a fun group, we have good food. You know, whatever you leave with today is enough to get you to come back a second meal. We also told you your second meal is free at this organization. So we try to do things to make a really strong first impression so that you come back a second time. If you've ever run a restaurant or a retail operation, one of the first things you have to work on is getting the first-time visitors to come back again within a certain time period. Very, very important. So number 1 is a rocking first-time impression. Number 2 is a strong second first impression, because you've got to be consistent. You've got to deliver something impressive the second time. So in my case, as a keynote speaker, you'll have to figure this out for yourself. But in my case, if I give a remarkable keynote, you say, that guy was the best speaker of the event, right? Number 1's checked off. Number 2 is you would get an email from me right after the talk. An email from me right after the talk. I'm not selling you anything. I would thank you for coming. I would offer more content I would reference something fun that happened during the event. And you said, well, this guy's really on top of it. I didn't even get a note from the conference event chair for attending, but the speaker sent me something. Strong second impression. Number 3, a unique value proposition. All of us have competition, and you've got to be better than the competition, at least in the customer's eyes. And so that value proposition has to be special. It has to be something nobody else has. You'll see today our panelists are offering something. It'll be very clear to you as soon as they sit down. They're offering something that nobody else has. And when you can find that in your space, you'll develop more raving fans. And 4 of 4, the consistent customer experience. You got to have your A game all the time. I'll give you a quick example of this. Some people say, well, I'm really strong on Facebook, my company's got a Facebook page, but I'm not a Twitter person. I hear people say this all the time. Business owners, I'm not a Twitter person. You don't have a choice. It's not about you. Do you understand? Your Twitter account is not about you. It's about where your customers are. It's about where the media is. If you like media attention, raise your hand if you like media attention. People are saying, what kind of media attention? If you like media attention, you've got to be on Twitter. And if you're not a Twitter person, find somebody in your company to look after Twitter. Because that's where the media goes to get quotes, right? When Paul W. Smith needs quotes in the morning, is he still on? JR? Yeah. When Paul W. Smith needs quotes in the morning, he doesn't go to Facebook, he goes to Twitter. And that's how you get to become that quotable person on WJR in the morning. So those are the 4 things that you need.